Today I'm sharing Dollar Tree beauty products that genuinely feel elevated. These aren't just good for the price. These are ones that feel polished and put together. So if you love finding affordable beauty that still looks refined, make sure you're subscribed. That is what we do here. So let's start with the first one. So I don't talk about hair products quite as much as I talk about some other things, but this product here is kind of a favorite amongst people that buy their beauty products from Dollar Tree, including mine, the Personal Care Leave-In Conditioner. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Sun Bum, and let me tell you guys, this here smells, I've never used the Sun Bum, but I feel this product here is so nice and so luxurious feeling. You don't really need to. The packaging is really cute, doesn't give dollar store vibes. And I bought this on a couple different occasions. The spray bottle works really well. And when I tell you this stuff smells heavenly, it smells like the beach. It smells so, so good. The scent is very summery. It's got like a fruity and kind of a banana, maybe coconut type of scent. It is so, so nice. And it's supposed to be a 3-in-1 product as well. So it's supposed to detangle, moisturize, and help with frizz. This does not have a purple tone. I don't know if the Sun Bum one does. So it's not meant to like tone down brassiness or anything like that. And you guys know one of my favorite all-time leave-in conditioners is the It's a 10 brand. I really love the one designed for blondes. And this one here at the $1.25 price point really rivals it. I think it's really such a great, affordable alternative to something much more expensive. Yet, I think for most hair types and most people, it's gonna make you still feel like you have that luxury because I believe it is that good. So then this product here too, I slept on it for so long, but I know this is a favorite amongst Dollar Tree shoppers. The Skin Nutrition's Tea Tree Cleanser. So it's supposed to help acne and blemish prone skin. That's what tea tree oil is generally used for. But it can also help improve skin texture. And even though it's designed for oily skin, it's not supposed to be overly drying or stripping. It's also got salicylic acid, aloe vera. So depending on your skin type, you may find it a little bit drying, but it seems like most people do really well with this. And like I said, I slept on it for so long, but when I finally picked it up to use it, it has a very strong tea tree smell, which tells me there's obviously tea tree oil in it, but it just smells like a spa. The packaging is really simple. I think the packaging itself is very elevated. To me, it looks like something you would purchase at Sephora from one of those higher end brands. And like I said, it just smells like a spa experience. My skin does really well with it. It has different sensitivities and different tolerances and require different things. So you always have to check with your dermatologist or check the ingredient label for yourself. But this here, I think, just really does have that overall luxury feel. For me, a lot of the Global Beauty Care lines have a very elevated feel as well. If I had to pick a single product, it would be the Global Beauty Care Glowing Cleanser. To me, this felt like a cleanser I have used from Estee Lauder. I think the packaging, again, is very simple. It has a very Estee Lauder type of feel to it. And the product was creamy. It gently cleansed my skin. And like I said, this just, to me, did not feel like some cheap cleanser. It definitely didn't even really feel like a drugstore cleanser. It really did feel like something I've purchased before from Estee Lauder. And I think overall, in general, some of these lines, like the lavender line and the one that comes in the mint green that is designed for blemishes. I haven't used the blemish one because I don't really deal with breakouts. And I've heard some really great things from you all about the blemish one. A lot of you seem to really like it as well. So I think overall, a lot of these products do have that high-end, kind of simplistic, refined experience. And then I can't do a video like this without mentioning these next two products. The first one here being the Global Beauty Care Power Serum. This is hard to find and has gone viral for a reason. First of all, anything at the Dollar Tree that comes in a glass bottle is automatically going to feel a little bit more special than something that comes in plastic. And this is actually supposed to be a dupe for Olay, which of course isn't high-end, but it is kind of a fancier drugstore skincare product, I feel. But I really do feel that this is probably one of the more high-performing, probably the most high-performing serum at the Dollar Tree, at least for how my skin appeared after I used it. This product here really gave me the best glow out of all of the serums I have tried up to now. This product here would be one of those like friendly recommendations if I had a friend that was on a tight budget all of a sudden and they couldn't afford their fancy serums. I would encourage them to read the ingredients of this and give it a try because it's very possible that this could perform as well as their higher end skincare serum. And then you guys know this has been a long time favorite of mine. And again, it's hard to find, and it's hard to find for a reason, is the Global Beauty Care Pumpkin Scrub. It's supposed to be a dupe for Peter Thomas Roth, so it does have that high-end appearance in the packaging because it looks very similar to Peter Thomas Roth. And I did not really expect to like this as much as I did. And the first time I used it, I just noticed such a decadence in the scent. And the product itself was just, I couldn't imagine that the Peter Thomas Roth would be any better than this. Now, I can see where it could be a little bit irritating for maybe some sensitive skin types, but I'm sure that the Peter Thomas Roth one could be as well. This here is one of those first skincare products that I tried from Dollar Tree after being hesitant for so many years, and I was absolutely blown away and shocked. I just kind of thought I would open it up and it would kind of smell like a little bit of pumpkin chemical and be really thin and not much to it, but that is not the case. This feels so decadent. I use the word decadent a lot, but that is like the best way I can describe this. So yeah, I could not do a list of Dollar Tree products that feel high-end without including this one. So I think this one here is really, really exciting. So even though I don't personally deal with this issue, I know there's a lot of people that do. So everything that I've been able to gather from the internet says that the zit patches or the zit stickers from Dollar Tree are every bit as good as the ones you buy at the higher end price point. A lot of people have said there is no going back. Definitely drop a comment down below if you use zit patches or zit stickers and share your experience with us here. Like I said, I don't, it might be once in an extreme blue moon, I might get a breakout. Like I said, it's just very rare anymore. And I dealt with like cystic acne when I was a teenager. I also had a bout with it in my 20s. But yeah, so I can't personally test these, but I've heard so many great things. So definitely drop your comments down below. And yeah, a lot of people say that they would never go back to the more expensive ones when these here work wonderfully at a fraction of the cost. So these here really give you that high-end zit patch experience with just 5 quarters. And then I'm wearing this one right now, and I think this is one of the best foundations at the Dollar Tree. You all know I love the Candy Moyo BB cream and foundation, but this one here I've been reaching for a lot lately, and it was love at first application for me with this foundation, and I love it just as much now. I'm talking about the Be Pure Clean Beauty Glow Foundation. This has a very high-end finish. Years ago when I started getting a little bit curious about some high-end products, one of the first items I bought was the Urban Decay Naked Foundation. And I bought that for a long time because I did feel it was superior to stuff from the drugstore. But that same feeling I have with this. I don't even think they make that foundation anymore. And I have actually not bought high-end foundation since then. That's probably been about 13 or so years ago. But this here, I had that same falling in love feeling the first time I used it. Of course, my complaint is the container is very, very small, but still it's $1.25. Of course, shade range is not great, but the finish on my skin is very, very high end. It's kind of a light to medium coverage, I would say, and it could be built up. I would say it's kind of like between like a glow and a satin finish. Just has a very light feel on the skin, doesn't feel super heavy, doesn't feel like a mask. So I think all the quality of this makes it feel very, very high end at $1.25. Another makeup product here, this is the Ioni Mattifying Powder. It just comes in this little translucent shade. It's white, but it's not super, super white. It kind of blends and just melts right into the skin, taking away shine. It feels like velvet. The packaging is cute. Looks like back in the old school days of high-end makeups. Something like Too Faced or Benefit would have come out with in the pink heart packaging. I think it was Too Faced. So super, super cute. I do see these still randomly at Dollar Tree, so if you see it and you're looking for a product like this, but it does what it says it will do. It mattifies. And so I do everything about this I feel is elevated from just your typical LA Colors pressed powder, which I like. It just doesn't feel elevated in its packaging. When this came out, it felt like one of those moments where a Dollar Tree brand really gave us something special. And then another product that I feel always feels elevated, whether it's in fancy packaging or not, to be honest, is powdered blush. Y'all know I love the LA Colors single, and I do feel that the packaging got elevated when they put them in these like mauve kind of gold containers. But their formula, I think, is just so, so nice. Their shade range is pretty top-notch in my opinion. And then Be Pure Essentially Ageless has these blushes as well. They have several shades, a little something for everybody. Their packaging feels a little bit more elevated. It's a little bit more sleeker. It looks like something maybe that Lancome would have. And these are just a couple of the shades. Just really nice blushes. They're super, super creamy, very, very pigmented. I just don't feel that they leave anything to be desired. And they definitely have that bougie high-end feel. And then you can't mention blush without mentioning Ioni's powdered blushes. These are kind of like their OGs that they used to have when they came out in these little cardboard containers. This packaging here feels like something that would be very high-end, very Benefit-esque. And these are, of course, from like older Ione lines. Since then, they've given us powdered blushes that are in like heart-shaped containers like this and more plastic packaging, which, like I said, kind of feel like the old school Too Faced packaging that we used to love. But I do feel like all the Ione powdered blushes definitely give off that high-end vibe. Super, super pigmented, super creamy. I just don't think you can do better at the high-end price point anymore. And so those are just a few of the many wonderful products that feel very high-end from the Dollar Tree. These are those products that go above and beyond the good for $1.25. They feel more polished, they blend beautifully, or just make you feel like what you purchased was an absolute steal of $1.25 because it feels like something that you would pick up at a store like Sephora. I would love to know which product stands out to you the most, or what you feel is just a totally elevated Dollar Tree product. You know I love hearing from you. Definitely let me know down in the comments. Definitely give this video a hype, and if you enjoy affordable beauty content like this, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.